Good morning to y'all. So today's lesson is Isaiah glimpse of God's throne, and this is where Isaiah gets the vision of what's going to transpire and what's going to happen. But this is all plans. You have to remember this is all a plan. God's giving people certain people that He's chosen glitz pieces by pieces of the vision. He's not getting everybody the whole thing because he's like they can't handle it. So right, he's not getting everybody the same thing. That's what I'm saying. He's getting people pieces of everything. It's gonna all connect. But as of right now, certain people are only gonna be chosen to see certain things is what's gonna happen. And this is God's throne. And that's like that dining room that you ain't supposed to be going into. That's the clean room. Everything is neat, made of glass. You ain't supposed to go in that room unless you supposed to. But if you ain't, you stay out of it. So, but we're gonna read our golden text, and it's coming from Isaiah 6:5. It says, "Then I say, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King of the Lord of hosts." And then we have four outlines. The first one is going to be the display of God's supremacy. The second outline is the despair over man's depravity. And the third one is the description of Isaiah's ministry. That means he can do the works. And then the deception, the protection of Israel's deliverance. So we're gonna go right into it. But I ain't gonna be dilly-dallying around. So we're gonna start off with the first point of display of God's supremacy. So can somebody read verse 1 through 4?
In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Above it stood the seraphim. Each one had 6 wings. With twain he covered his face, and with twain he covered his feet, and with twain he did fly. And one cried unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke.
All right. And this is displaying God's supremacy. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. King, as I called him, because he did something against the Mosaic law he had no business doing. He wanted to be a God king so bad. His pride got to the way he wanted to be something higher than he ain't supposed to be. But he was so full of himself. He took upon himself, which is bold of him, to go into that room that he ain't supposed to be going into. He wasn't even supposed to go in there. Like Mama said, you ain't supposed to be going in that dining room with them muddy shoes on your feet and track up the flow. So he was in there spraying his own incense, filling himself up, trying to pump his chest. He was trying to pump his chest up. Like when Wood told Kid and Biker Boy, talking about young boy got his chest all pumped up because now he got him a little gang and whatnot. He think he's the man now. That king thought he was the man. And he was gonna get a reality check real quick. Because he had consequences came after that. Because when you do something you had no business doing, consequences happen. He ended up dying. And he died of leprosy. And so that played a part because if you ain't supposed to go somewhere that you had no business doing, something's gonna happen to you. And King Uzziah, he had him a good reign. I mean, he wasn't a bad king, but he just got so full of himself. The people boast him up. He just say, "Man, I like this. I'm gonna get all this clout. I'm gonna get all of it. I want all of it." Yeah, he want to be all that and more. Cause we have somebody like that now. I'm not gonna mention no names. We got somebody like that now, but his repercussion is coming soon enough. So he he uh he died in that temple, and then this is Isaiah saying that he saw the Lord sitting upon that throne. He was high and lifted up. That means he was exalted. That means because everybody just stopped what they're doing and just look at the splendor. It was no talking. It was no talking. Everybody around him was just standing still and just looking up. Ain't nobody whispering or nothing like that. Everybody had full on attention because they respect the supremacy. Yeah, everybody had respect and showed reverence to God at that point in time. And you shall always do that. Because when somebody come in higher power in the room, we have to respect their power that they hold. Especially with God, we have to respect the power that he held because he's Lord over all things. And then, because when I'm doing, how I like to do my movies, for example. In The Godfather, when Don Corleone came in that room, everybody stood up. Why? Because he was the boss among bosses. Even the Dons knew who the actual Don, the Godfather was Don Vito. So everybody respected him and what he had and what he held. And that's what was going on right here. So, and then seraphims. Now these are some angels, and these were like fiery being type of angels with 6 wings and all that. They covered them feet and they covered their faces to show humility and submissiveness. And then they know how to fly because of the 6 wings. And the reason why they covered their faces because it was just too bright. It was just too bright. The splendors. It was just too bright in there. It's just like you was in the welding and you ain't supposed to be having that stuff showing your face vividly, and stuff getting your eye and all that other stuff is too bright. You can't see. You go blind. You in that case, that's like staring at the sun. They covered themselves. They had to they can't just be full on just staring at the sun because you would lose your eyesight after. So this was all what Isaiah was seeing. That everybody was just exalting God. God was just sitting upon the throne. He was just taking it all in, as humble as he is. He was just taking it all in, and one of the seraphims cried out, "Holy, holy!" And the Lord of hosts gave reverence to the Lord, and that's what we should be doing, giving that energy, that same energy that we give to the gang, any celebrity. When they come out on that stage, the stadium be rocking now, don't it? When you see when Drake come out there, when Beyonce come out there, or you see your favorite celebrity just walk across, everybody just hollering, or when Michael Jackson 5 was just, and the Beatles was coming off the plane, everybody was just losing their minds. Females falling over, fainting and crying and carrying out. Men was just yelling and just all excited. That's what we should be doing for God at the same time. Go ahead, Pastor.
Absolutely right. We should reverence God even when we walk into the sanctuary. But we got so backwards now in regards to that, is that we will reverence man when he walks in. Okay? But not God. We'll say, I'm presiding this here, or such and such is here. The great such, everybody stand and give honor. But you didn't say that when you walked into the sanctuary. You didn't give honor into the temple of God when you walk in there to reverence him. That's why we all are there.
Yeah. That's what we get messed up at. We just walk in here, it's like, oh, it's another day in the church house. Another day. And then when the pastor come in there, we be like, oh my God. like we just stopped what we doing. We just drew it and all. Like we just found our first love type thing. And because it's that even with the celebrities, we don't carry the same energy. We should bring the same energy to anybody that we admire. The same thing we should bring to God. Yeah, because remember, we got to remember that God is a jealous God. So if you put anything before Him, He gonna take it away from you. Go ahead, Lawrence. Mm-hmm.
And you addressed that earlier. Know how you addressed it? You said each one of us got pieces. The pastor got a piece. That's all he got. A
Mm.
piece for that moment, for that time, for that day, for that hour, for you, that particular season. That season. That's all he got is a piece. Now you got to put those pieces together. Who can do that? First, then you got to be obedient. See, and see, the big piece just don't the video play. Right. Right. Sometimes we try to force it in.
Really?
Can you wait?
So that's what I'm saying. We got to give that same energy to God like we do everything else. Same thing. Even the ones that are chosen by Him, even the ones that's chosen by Him, we still have to give them that same energy.
You're absolutely right. That's back in the day when I was younger, I remember a pastor would come to church. No, it's all Sunday. He ain't gonna be here. I can be late. I can talk.
Or I
God
just,
is still in. You ain't come for the man or the woman, but you came for God Himself.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is yep, exactly. And this is Isaiah find out everything. This was the vision that was going on. And then verse 4 said, and a post of the door moved at a voice of him that cried, and and the house was filled with smoke. And this is where it happened where Isaiah woke up and stuff just started happening. And he was seeing what was happening. Because God took him on a trip. And he said, this is what's happening right now. Everything is going to unravel. Because that's exactly what happened. Everything was shaken up. And then and the house was filled with smoke. And you can't see nothing. It was foggy in there. And some of us Christians can't all we can see is just the smoke. All we can. So don't go in there if you ain't chosen. That he can't see, because some people gonna have a vision of it. Some people see it as flames, anything. Yeah.
When I study it, I wonder if you go back to the Old Testament and you read the New Testament, God, Jesus standing at the door knocking. Doorpost. Old Testament, you get to put blood over the door. It's always something with the doorway, the doorpost, and God. It's always something there. Always something there.
You only one that has the key to that door. Nobody else can get in. Remember that you have a key that God designed for you, and that's it. Nobody else can have that key. There's no keysmith. There's no duplicates. You don't want to have the code and the key. That's your vision. God gave you that for a reason. And then, so we're going to find out more about what happened, because this is where Isaiah actually became submissive and just plead like we do when we give our life to the Lord. The same thing. So can we're going to continue, and this is where the second point starts with despair over men's depravity. So can somebody read 5 through 7?
Then said I, woe is me, for I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips, and dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For mine eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongue from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth, and said, Lo, this has touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sins purged.
All right. So when Isaiah was going through what he was going through, the seraphims looked and saw him just crying, bawling his eyes out. And then one of the seraphims came down there and say, "Relax, bro. Yeah, because we know you've been struggling and everything. We got you. Take the coal and put it on thy lips. Clean and unclean. Make you from unclean to clean. Because he ain't going no water. They gave him the coal. And I was thinking like, they put actual coal on his lips. That can't be too. I'd rather go in the water. I'd rather go in the water. You could give me water afterwards, because putting some hot coal on off the altar. There ain't no taste, ain't no charcoal, ain't hickory wood, and none of that. And the sin is purged, like he was just, his sins was just gone, like forgiven. And this is because this is like for us when we go in that water, and then when we sit in that right hand of fellowship from the pastor, and then when we say, Lord, I acknowledge that I'm a sinner. You go in there in your most vulnerable state, when you're not, and you confess your sins. This is what Isaiah was doing. Woe is me, you was crying. You was just amazed by God's presence. You just felt guilty and everything. Like, I should not be upsetting this man. I should not be doing this. I should be clean and unclean. I'm not worthy of being in this dining room. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Isaiah felt like he wasn't worthy. And I know at one point when we was walking down that aisle, or pulled down the aisle, that we wasn't worthy to go into that dining room. We wasn't worthy going in there. We ain't worthy, because it was a time we ain't supposed to be running in the church, going up in the pulpit. We ain't worthy to go up in certain areas, because it's not. Woe is me, because we were unclean, because we can't take that cracker in the juice and be unclean.
One point is that after he had been in God's presence, he acknowledged his sin. He acknowledged who he was and the things that he had done. We don't acknowledge what we did. We act as though God didn't see us. But he said, "Woe is me," and acknowledged.
Because Isaiah knew that God was watching him, and he snitched on everybody. He broke the code. He broke the code, but he broke the worldly code. He didn't break the spiritual code. He was going on their behalf, but everybody else have to follow suit. Everybody, you have to go for yourself. Jesus was that set the foundation for that. Then Isaiah came in there and did the same thing. Even though he went upon himself, he went on behalf of the people. And that's why he was in woe is me, because he was saying he was sorry for everything. That's what we need to be doing, because like God be saying, like what Cat Williams be saying, don't you know I see you? Like, I see you. You act like you all peaches and creams and gravy. You come in here mad at such and such, and you want to come in here and give an offering, sing in front of the pulpit, preach the word, teach the Sunday school lesson, and when communion come around, you want to put your unclean hand in there and take communion and think everything is okay. No, you leave all that stuff out there. That's what you're supposed to do. You ain't supposed to come in the church house unclean and toxic with grease stains on you. You ain't supposed to be doing that, because you're going to leave a remnants in here. And everybody going to pick up on that. And then you're going to be picking and fighting up everybody up in here because you unclean. So you have to understand. We have to understand that with Isaiah, he was trying to confess himself and trying to unclean, because he wants that. He wants to be unclean. He wants to be doing the work. And he was about to go ahead and go do it too. Once he got done, when that sin was purged with that hot coal, he been purged from it. The seraphim said, when you take this coal gonna be on your lips. Once it's taken off, you clean. So if you ready to receive and do the work, you ain't just coming in here just to sit down and not do nothing, just look cute every Sunday. Go ahead, Pastor. Yeah.
Private life is what he is. Private morality is practiced by immoral persons. The focus is on the difference between reputation and character. Reputation is what you do in public. Spotlight. Character is what you do in God. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what's going on here. We get a perception that we're holy. Reputation. But God sees you outside. What about your character? Your virtue.
Mm-hmm. You could be hugging and be greeting everybody with a smile on your face, and outside you doing the complete opposite. Attitude, cussing, fighting, drinking, all that, doing everything a month. You doing all your worldly stuff. And then you come in here and put on that mask. Yeah, put on that mask. Mm-hmm.
But we don't really believe that he does know your heart. He knows you don't mean nothing that you say.
Mm-hmm. That's what he's saying. God is not through with me yet. They like to throw that in there too.
Yeah.
They love putting that in there. I say, I know Jesus loves me. I know God loves me. I know if I don't come to church for at least a month or so, I know what my heart is. I know God knows my heart. Oh yeah, he knows your heart. He knows you put anything else. You say you know he'll put everything else before. He know that. He'll know you will go outside, but you don't want to come to church. You know you're supposed to be a choir rehearsal, but you want to go outside because you want to produce an album for such and such. Like, sometimes you have to understand that it's priorities, because when you get that right hand extended relationship, get that right hand, and then you confess and you join, you committed now. Because as far as coming to church is cool, but you have to serve as well. We have to serve. We can't just sit in here every Sunday and just think like you just come in here just to come. That's cool, but you have to do something else.
It sounds like, are you saying that nothing's changed? It's like people that follow that's what
Yeah, yeah.
now.
You just follow your stuff. Yeah, but it ain't.
Looking out for ourselves.
Yeah. But it ain't.
No,
See you
it's
later.
good as your last hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because God know where your heart is and where your priorities lie
There you go.
and what's your intentions. Are you just coming because everybody else is joining because my best friend joined the church? I'm gonna join the church. Are you?
That was it.
And that was it. And where you was at the next 2-3 Sundays in a row. Sooner or later, you ain't gonna be on the enrollment no more because you only came. Why? Because your friend's heart was in the right place, but you want to do it because your friend did it, or you doing it because you want to do it because
Yeah,
you want to know God.
There's one lost over there. Follow the right way.
Mm-hmm. The church is not. We have to remember, church is not a social. It's not a social gathering
Right.
because when I was younger, when I was going to the 252 conference at Muncie's Church in Munster, I know for a fact majority of them kids that were just going there just for gathering, for the girls, for the guys, for basketball, all that stuff. And then you have a percentage of the kids that do know God and wants to know God because they come from another church. They go there for the right reasons. Why everybody else, when the parents is, y'all getting out the house. Y'all ain't staying in the house over the summer. Because y'all gonna go outside. And that's exactly what the kids did. They went outside. They ain't come there to know God. They ain't come there to they just come there to socialize and all the production and the lights and the glamour and the girls and the guys and the music, and that was it. And then when the pastor come up there, they just sitting there talking on well, yeah, you can say that, but the phones wasn't not as high tech as what it's back in the day. But they weren't paying attention. Go ahead, Lawrence. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go on now. This is we're gonna go on to point 3 and point 4. So can somebody read 8 through 12? Speed this up a little bit.
Also, I heard the voice of the Lord saying,
What they say?
whom shall I sing? And who will go for us? Then said here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell his people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of the people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Okay. 2 more.
Then said I, Lord, how long?
How long?
And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the house without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And the Lord hath removed me far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. But yet in it shall be a tent.
Okay, Pastor.
Yeah.
Just 12.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Appreciate your participants. All right. So, as Pastor read, after Isaiah
Yeah.
got that baptismal cold and got clean. He asked God like, "Hey, so what you want me to do? I'm ready. I'm ready to get put in the game, coach.
All that.
I'm ready to come in. So what should you want me to do?" He told God. He told Isaiah, "Go minister to my people. Go minister to them. Show them the way. Spiritually feed them until the point where they're full." So you want to come to church spiritually. You want to have your mind right. He's trying to get these people. He's going to get these people spiritually fed, and like Pastor said, spiritually fat. We want to come in here with the spiritual itis after we done. Like we want to leave up out of here spiritually fed and not yeah. We want to walk out of here spiritually fed, not half full. We want to come out here with a new limelight and everything else. He wants them to teach them that. He wants to break it down to them. He said, break it down to them the best way you know how. Get them to understand what's going to happen and what you need to do, what's going on, and yeah, they blind right now. They gonna say, oh, what is Isaiah talking about? Like what is he talking about? Where is he getting this stuff from? They not hearing nor seeing, and then you have a few of them that do. But majority of them gonna be like, what is he talking about? And because that's the thing, because you can have a member of 12,000, but only 20 of them gonna listen. Only 20 of them gonna listen. That's it. Maybe even two. If I cut that down some more, maybe even two. Those two gonna be the ones that gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna have to get myself together, because Isaiah making some sense. He's just not talking just to be talking. It's just warning signs going on. And everybody else like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. You sound good. But I don't feel nothing. Uh, like, what the problem is. Because I'm still going about my daily life because you just talking hitch posh. I'm going to still do my thing and believe in something else. Believe in the God at home that I got sitting on my calendar that I pray to. And all Isaiah was doing his job. All he was doing was doing his job. And we have to understand when we extend our right hand of fellowship, we're gonna have to be ready to go to work. And once we witness the people, we're doing our job. They can take it how they want it, with a grain of salt or a full bottle of it. They can take it how they want it, but it's up to them to make that choice. And it's up to us to give it to them. We don't want to hold it in. Go ahead, Lawrence. Yeah. You want to associate around the people who want to had the same hunger as you do. Because if you don't associate with those same people, you're not gonna go. You're not gonna grow if you stay with the same people that still doing the same things over and over, because it's holding you back. That's the reason. That's the reason you got circles. You have your inner circle, your outer circle. You got them associates. Yep, Jesus had that. So it's levels to it. You keep those associates people out there. You keep those outer circle people out there. But the ones in your inner circle, those are the ones that you know for years. Those are the ones that you want. That's that's your team. Those are the ones that stuck by you and loyal and has loyalty towards you, and it's not going to backdoor you. Those are the ones that you want to keep in your circle. Mm. Don't hate on them. Don't hate on them. Learn from them. All right. So we're gonna keep on going. And then it says on verse 11, he was like, how long y'all be doing this? He said, until like keep doing until they get it. Because don't worry about everything else. Keep it till yeah.
Because if you put a timeline on it, how long? We don't do it for a day.
We do it for 2. I would say 2 hours. I would say for 2 hours.
When is Jesus coming back?
Keep going.
What the scripture said.
Keep going.
Until everybody has heard the gospel.
Yeah, until God say stop.
Yeah.
And we don't know when that is.
He coming back.
Because
How long, Lord?
yeah, because that's like telling that's like saying the coach got to run lines.
Yes.
And the assistant coach asked him if we ever saw radio. I'm pretty sure everybody saw radio, the movie, when the coach said we're going to run them, and the assistant coach said for how long? He said until I say stop, to the point of exhaustion.
That's right. They have a problem. They don't retire. You know, you being Christian, going to church, I'm going to retire. You can step down from a position, but you still got to come to church. You still got to come to worship. So guess what? And if you don't want to be senior pastor no more, you want to sit down, you still got to come.
You got to worship.
Yeah, but you don't retire from the body. Right.
Yeah.
You don't need a hand at home.
Bring it with you.
All right. So God was basically telling Isaiah, you do keep doing the work until I say. And I'm not gonna tell you when.
So the city is wasted without you. So nobody.
Babylon gets finished.
Till my fault. Yeah, it was basically telling until Babylon destroys. That's it. Until lifelong. That's what we got to be doing. We're gonna keep working.
Work until night.
Mm-hmm.
No man's night.
No man's land. Yep. Till there's nothing left. Till there's nothing left. So we're just gonna wrap this up and go ahead and just read 13. So somebody, I'll read it since I read it yesterday. But yet in it shall be the 10th, and it shall return and shall be eaten until the tree as an oak whose substance is them when the cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be substance thereof. We're going to start all over because that means you're going to start all over. We're going to start from scratch. So when you cut down that tree, you just leave that tree there. It's going to regrow again. So, and Jesus is the key to that seed because he is the foundation of that seed. He's the holy seed. And God said, don't worry about anything else. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. Keep doing what you got to do. And that's what we got to do. We got to keep doing what we was chosen to do, what we made a choice to do. when we made a choice to do, and just stay and don't get your chest pumped up by doing it. We have to keep doing the work till God say, well done. So mhm. That's that piece of the vision.
They were listening.
He showed Isaiah the pew. He ain't show him this whole sanctuary. He just showed him a pew.
Because they didn't hear, they didn't see, they didn't consider their heart, understand what their heart, I will destroy. And there's a remnant, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bring it back, rebuild it, tell you.
Yep.
Yeah, and the sun is going to come back. Yeah.
That one leaf gonna come back out the ground.
Yeah.
So let's keep doing the works and just stay spiritually fed. That's the lesson.